When a customer asked me how much, one of the things I used to do was discount in my head before I'd ever told them the price. I don't know whether you've ever done this or you felt really uncomfortable about talking about money with clients, but I used to have this weird cycle, and I would literally in my head go, this is how much I want to charge. And then in the moment, because I was like really uncomfortable about my price, it felt uncomfortable. I wasn't like secure in it. I would know I wanted to charge, say, £3,000. And then I'd go through a mental calculation in my head, and then out of my mouth would come £1,950. Before they'd ever ask for a discount, I would do that. And I realized it had come from uncomfortableness with pricing and money. I had an issue. And then I was projecting that issue into my sales conversations. And after the customer signed, I would know I've just sold this for 1,950, but actually I should have sold it for 3K. And it all came down to basically I had a problem with my pricing. I had a mental issue with how much I charged. And you might have this too. And that what happens is if you have an uncomfortableness with your pricing in conversations with clients, you'll avoid talking about it. And telltale sign you've got a problem. You're on a call with a client, they're asking you about things, and you try to avoid talking about the price. You'll want to sneak it into a proposal or sneak it into the email. You actually need to talk about the pricing because that's how people buy, and you want to see how they respond to the pricing. Yet I would avoid doing it, sneak it into the proposal, or this is really bad. I would wait for the customer to bring up the price and put all the pressure on them. And then as soon as the price, I'd say, oh yeah, it's this price. I would then go on a diatribe of trying to justify the price, all because in my head or somewhere in me, I had an issue with pricing. So here's how I got over it, because it's a you issue. It's a me issue. It's an internal issue we have. It's not an external issue. We have a problem. We have a problem with money and pricing. And anytime I've had this problem, anytime I've had a me problem, I have to do something to break it. So here's what I did. I literally posted my pricing over and over and over again to help me get over my issue. So I put in my featured section on LinkedIn, I put my offer and my pricing. I did posts about why I charged this much, not because I wanted to sell, because I needed to break it. So if you have a pricing issue, if you find yourself avoiding talking about money, if you find yourself deducting or discounting before you've ever given the real price, if you find yourself trying to just slip the price into a proposal rather than talk about it, the best solution is to start posting your price to desensitize you and get yourself over the problem. Because as long as you're afraid of your price, as long as you're uncomfortable with your price, that will show up in the way you communicate it, and people will perceive it as doubt or a lack of confidence in your ability to deliver.